be a tutorial video about the Google Read and Write Chrome extension. How you want to start off is that you need to download this Chrome extension first, and you can just do that by going to Google and search Google Read and Write. If you click on it, it's going to be the first one, and you need to install this extension. Since this is already installed for my Google Chrome, it says added to Chrome. But once you have installed here, what you're going to see is that you're going to have this little icon, this puzzle piece, RW. And I'm just going to run through the basics of this. And if you click on it, it's going to pop up this little RW puzzle piece. So I just went into the Google Docs right now, and just to show you how useful this tool is, once you click on it, it sort of opens up a new menu, and these are the different options that you can have. And the first one is that you can actually use prediction as you type for anyone that needs some new words. So if you're having your students write anything, and then they're struggling with some words, they can, this is a story about, and if we click on prediction, we can it actually starts, presenting some list of words for the student. So this is a story about stars in the, and then it could be world, united, past, middle. It's just different predicted words that the students can use. That's the first one for the prediction. That's for writing. The second one is the dictionary one. So right now what I have, find this useful, is that for my biology class, I have my students do case studies, and there's sometimes a lot of medical words that could be challenging for some students. So this is a very useful tool, because if someone is maybe stuck on a word like stool, perfect word to choose, I can click on dictionary, and it gives you the vocabulary, the meaning for the word, and you can just keep changing this. You can highlight color, and this dictionary will give you the meaning behind the word. Another option, another idea here is that the third icon is the Piction Dictionary. This is pretty useful for visual learners. So you can choose the heart. I'm trying to choose words that would give us good pictures. If you click on the Picture Dictionary, the heart, it's going to find pictures of the heart. You can click on anything like, this is not a good case study to choose. Let's choose blood. Here's the blood, and it's going to give you pictures of the blood, and say yellow, it's going to give you the color yellow. So that's your visual picture dictionary. The next one is going to be reading the words out in this through the speaker. So if you click on play, it's going to read through this.
Librarian who I had not seen before in surgery.
So for students who might struggle with some vocabulary or the pronunciations for some of the words, this is a very useful, handy tool for them to hear and just can understand auditory of what's being explained. So that's your play, and the pause is just to pause, and stop is to stop. This is the screenshot reader. So if you click on this, it's basically going to read whatever you're going to highlight. So if you want to highlight this section, it's going to detect what text is within that screenshot box, and it's going to read whatever's inside. So if I let go,
what body systems is it affecting?
So this is very useful for that same meaning. And then the audio maker is that it's going to make this into a file. So if you highlight this sentence and make it into click on audio maker, you can see that right now it's processing right now, and it's going to create a file, an MP3 file, and if I click on it, it's going to save that as a file. Okay, and then the next one is your screen mask. This is just going to highlight whatever is important. So if you click on the screen mask, you can just, if you want to do this as a class, you can highlight this is what we're reading, or try to read through this. That's your screen mask. And then the next couple options are, this one is more for typing. So the one with the little microphone is talk and type. So if you click on it, I have this already set up, and you can see that it's picking up my voice with my microphone, and it's typing as I'm talking. So it's pretty convenient. It's mostly pretty accurate. Maybe some words, like right now, it's not picking up, but maybe perhaps if I were to slow it down and enunciate my words a little bit more, it would be a little bit more accurate. So that's your talk and type option. And then the next one, I'm just going to delete all this text. And then the next one here is where you have your translator. So if you want to translate like a word into different languages, you can. And so this is your translator, and usually it's more for that just one word. Okay. And then you can actually pronounce that as well. Okay. And then the next 4 are different highlighters, and these 4 highlighters, if you want a student to say, go through this case study and highlight any medical words that they are having difficulties with, such as nauseous, click on it, highlight it. You can click on yellow, and then it highlights in yellow. Tired. So maybe perhaps these are the symptoms that you want your students to highlight. So highlight all the yellow. And the cool part about this is that it has 4 different highlighter colors, and this little highlighter wheel is that it collects all the colors that you have highlighted. So if I click on this, it pops this up, and if I wanted to just collect all the ones that were in yellow that I highlighted, this was the ones that were the symptoms, right? So if I click on this and I click on OK, it's going to process it, and a new document is actually being created. So it creates a new Google Docs and highlights all this for you, and you can keep track of all either the symptoms or the different, I don't know, years or anything that you want your students to highlight, and it actually collects the data for you. So this is a pretty basic run through of your read and write extension for your Google Chrome. And I'm finding this is pretty helpful, especially if you have some struggling readers or you have some EAL learners in the classroom. This is great because it has your dictionary and even the voice and talk and type option. So here's that. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial video. Thank you.